And good afternoon. This is Marcus Solar over at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I do appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen into the webinar today. The webinar is based around how to bridge the income gap for your clients as they reach retirement age. We have the privilege of having Jake Quigley-Rowley on with us this morning. He's going to be covering the brand new product from Nassau Re, the Nassau Income Accelerator, which is a remarkable product, very flexible product. I'm not going to take his energy or his thunder this morning, but to get started, again, my name is Marcus Solar. I've been an annuity director here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services now for over 8 years. I will be covering some of our value add that we help independent producers like yourself grow your business, and then I will turn it over to Jake and let him cover that product this morning. If you do have any questions whatsoever, we do have a question box in the box listed below on the right side. Please feel free to put your questions over there. We will try to answer those questions as we go through the webinar this morning, as we are going to be covering a ton of information. And I will record the webinar this morning. So if you do get pulled away for a client meeting or a phone call and you'd like to go back in and listen to the webinar this morning, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to get a copy of the webinar out to you after we finish the webinar in about an hour or so. Again, my name is Marcus Solar. I work for Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We've been in business now helping independent producers for over 30 years. We do this through several different programs here in our office, one of which is our new Producer Builder program. It is a way for us to say thank you and welcome aboard to the family here. It is based on fixed indexed annuity production and single premium life production. It is good for the first 6 months you are on board with us. It is from anything from $100,000 in premium paid all the way to the $1 million level. At the $100,000 level, you can either choose a 1,500 piece postcard mailer or $750 in cash back to help launch your production here, or keep your pipeline full of prospects to see, all the way to the $1 million level, which we can help you either with 8 to 10 pre-qualified appointments, again, to keep your pipeline full of prospects to see, or we can help you with some customized core story brand builder and help you get published in some major news outlets like ABC, Fox News, NBC, etc. So once you do choose an item here, again, it is a way to say welcome aboard. We look forward to a long and prosperous partnership, and welcome to the IMS family. We also offer the IMS Business Builders. We do realize how expensive it is to run your practice day in and day out. We want to share in those costs going forward. We offer a couple different programs in which we can help you with those costs within your practice. We have the referral producer program and the marketing reimbursement program. On the marketing reimbursement program, you can earn $100 for every $100,000 in indexed annuity premium, $200 for every $100,000 in single premium life, and $200 for every $10,000 in life target premium. You can either use these dollars for reimbursement purposes within your expenditures within your office, or what some of my folks do with these marketing dollars is use them to offset expenditures when it comes to doing creative marketing through my marketing department. So you can use them in several different ways, and I can get into that a little bit later with you. We do offer some of the best back office support. A lot of my advisors look at this as an extension of your office, so you can keep doing what you do best, which is staying in front of prospects and clients alike. We help you with either contracting, submission on your applications, reviewing your applications for you. So once you submit an application, we will review it. Any mistakes made, we will let you know those before they go on to the carrier, so you could get paid faster on that business. We help you with top sales and coaching from either the annuity directors or the life directors here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We have paperless contracting and much, much more. So please give our office a call. One thing I do want to point out here is we do have a 2-ring challenge in the office. Steve Murray, our president, and Charles Herring Sr., the principal owner of IMES, has made a promise to the field because they know that if it wasn't for you in the field, it wouldn't be for us here in the home office. So we want to answer every phone call that comes into the office with a live individual within 2 rings. So we do appreciate the partnership out in the field. We appreciate your hard work and your dedication, and we want to be here when you need us the most. We also have the IMES website, which is available 24/7 when we are not in the office. This will provide to you quoting software on the annuity side, life insurance side, and long-term care side. It also includes some current annuity news. We also have a very important tool for our producers out there called the new producer solution or sales resource library. This includes sales pieces, presentation pieces, tax information. I would invite you, if you've not had the opportunity to go out on our website, to spend some time out there. I know that we've had a couple different webinars walking our advisors through the entire website, but we do have several key pieces out on our website that our advisors use on a day in and day out basis. So when you have some time, please go out to www.imesinc.com, take a look around. If you have any questions on our website or the tools that our top producers use, please give your annuity or life director here a call, and we'd be more than happy to spend some time with you on our website. We do offer Firelight. Firelight is our electronic application platform. NASA is a proud partner in the Firelight system, along with several other carriers. This is available through our website. It is the electronic application platform. The nice thing about Firelight is it does not allow you to submit an application if a box or a required box is missed or skipped. So it does eliminate all the errors on the application. So you don't have to go back and get initials from the client. The only hard copy that is required with the Firelight system, or hard signature that is required with the Firelight system, is the actual transfer paperwork. A lot of carriers do require the hard copy with the transfer paperwork when doing the application process. So it does eliminate a lot of going back and forth between the client and the home office on the application or corrections and back and forth. So what we find is applications, especially through NASA, applications are typically from submission to completion are processed within 15 days. Jake will touch on that in his presentation, but that is one of the quicker carriers out there in the industry today, providing that top line service to their clients, which are our advisors. As I touched on earlier, I believe we do have one of the better creative marketing teams within the industry. No matter where you are in your practice, whether you're just getting into the business or you've been in business for 15 or 20 years, we can certainly meet you where you are at and help you achieve that next level. So if you are just thinking of getting into the business and you need help with letterhead, a logo, a website, we can help you create those items. Again, you can either use that new producer bonus program or marketing dollars along the way to help offset the cost for that. Or if you've been in the business several years and you want to look at rebranding your practice or branching out into a new territory, we can help you with that as well. If you have questions on our capabilities from a marketing standpoint, please give our office a call. We'd be more than happy to get you out some examples of what we've done for other producers, either on a local standpoint or a national standpoint, or a major network standpoint from a customization look. Please give our office a call. We'd be more than happy to share that information with you. We do offer IMES Wealth Management. If you are considering on getting your 63, not to lose that money on the table, and you're looking to build and strengthen those client relationships, get a little bit more irons in the fire with each and every client, so you don't risk losing those relationships long term, please give our office a call. IAMS Wealth Management does offer that additional option to you. You can give Duncan or Mike or Charles Hearing Jr. a call. They'd be more than happy to answer any questions for you with regards to getting the Series 63 license and becoming a investment advisor for your clients going forward. We are considering holding a life and annuity academy. We've held 4 life and annuity academies last year. These are typically co-sponsored by a carrier and insurance agency marketing services. In years past, typically all expenses are paid for by insurance agency marketing services and the carrier. It is a 2-day training, which we bring in 3 to 4 $10+ million producers. They share not only what they do from a prospecting standpoint, but their sales strategy, what they do in day-to-day life within their practice, so that you can better your organization as well. We talk about large life case marketing and management, annuity life case management as well. Sales software tools, there really is no topic that is not unturned in these events. You can spend some one-on-one time with these large producers, build long-term relationships with these owners, and really launch pad your business for 2024. If you are interested in learning more about our 2-day academies and may be interested in being considered for our upcoming event in March, please give our office a call at the number listed below and talk to one of the annuity directors. We do have the Summit by the Sea, which is a Athene-sponsored event. It is $3 million to qualify for the event. Qualification has been running from July 1st of 2023 through June 30th of 2024. It is going to be held at Wentworth by the Sea, which is in New Hampshire. If you would like some information on that, you get 100% credit for fixed index annuity business and 50% for MYGA. Athene only business qualifies for this event. If you want more information on it, please give our office a call. But that is the trip that is running for qualification through insurance agency marketing at the present moment. If you do follow social media outlets like Facebook and LinkedIn, I'd love to have you join and follow us. We try to update these with daily, if not weekly, trends happening within the industry, and would love to have you join the family with regards to social media. At this point in time, I'd like to switch it over to Jake and NASA. NASA has been an elite partner of insurance agency marketing services for as long as I've been here. They not only bring to the table great and very strong accumulation opportunities for your client. The nice thing about their opportunities on the accumulation side is they're very flexible for your client, give a lot of different options for your client. They bring very strong income plays as well, but now they've come with a very unique solution as well with the new product. And I'm not going to steal Jake's thunder on this new product. I'll let him get into the details on it. But a full, robust series of solutions for you to offer to your clients. So again, it is my privilege to turn it over to Jake Quagliaroli this morning. Again, Jake, I do appreciate you taking some time out to join us this morning. And I do appreciate the partnership with NASA and insurance agency marketing. Thank you.
Awesome, Marcus. Well, thank you for the intro. Thank you for the partnership and everything that you do to to tell the Nassau story. With that intro, I'm actually blushing a little bit. We obviously have had a great partnership for a long period of time, and really excited to be here. Hard to believe it's already February 1st. I still feel like we're at the beginning of the year, but a lot of great, exciting opportunities, not only as you saw with insurance agency marketing to help you build your practice, but enhancements, new product launches with Nassau to help you to be able to close more sales, reposition, have more in-depth conversations with clients, prospects about how we put together the most successful plan in retirement. So we got a lot of things to cover here over the next 40 minutes or so. Please bear with us. As Marcus mentioned, I am going to launch a new product here today with you, talking through sort of the basics of the product. And before we close things out, I'm actually going to jump out to our website to take a look at the illustration software. Because to me, this is a product that there's a lot of involvement. It might seem like, as we're talking about it, a very complex product. But once you take a step back and you look at the illustration software and the capabilities this product offers, I think it'll start opening up a lot of different opportunities for you to think about. So let's start at the top. Marcus mentioned Nassau Life and Annuity Company, a company that's had a strong partnership with insurance agency marketing for years. The name Nassau came from our founders who were born and raised in Nassau County, New York. You see, we're domiciled in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. We have operational offices in upstate New York, East Greenbush, think Albany, New York. Although the name Nassau might be newer to the industry, we've been around since 1851, so entering our 173rd year in business. What you've seen since Nassau came in and sort of rebranded the company, that took place back in 2016. There has been a significant increase, significant improvement to the product portfolio, to the operations behind the scenes, and Marcus hit on the speed to issue and how we're processing business, to the product platform, but most importantly to the financial stability of the company. You see today a solvency ratio of over 105%, almost 400,000 policies in force, 23+ billion in assets under management. To me, that's all fine and well to see those types of numbers. The solvency, the length of business are the two that jump off the page the most to me. But even more important is the fact that Nassau, over the last 4 years, has received 2 AM Best upgrades. So when I talk about that transformation of a company under the Nassau branding, we're seeing that from a third-party affirmation. Again, 2 AM Best upgrades in the last 4 years is really speaking to the momentum, the deployment of capital to grow business and partnerships with you in the field, the strength of the company from a financial standpoint. And we're continuing on that trajectory going forward. So again, we want to thank you for your business, your partnership, and everything that you do to promote and talk through the Nassau name. Now, before we get into the product, a couple other topics I want to hit on. Working with Nassau through insurance agency marketing, a preferred distribution partner with the carrier. Our way of thanking you of working with us through insurance agency marketing is to offer the opportunity to qualify as part of our Nassau Elite program, a very popular program that has continued to grow year over year. What this program does, as you can see, offers opportunity for compensation bonuses for as little as $1 million in production, capping out a high-end bonus opportunity as much as 100 basis points or 1 additional % in commission, retro all the way back to $1. Nassau's Elite program is built on qualifying credits. What is a qualifying credit? For every $1 of FIA premium, you'll receive 1 qualifying credit towards Nassau Elite. Every $3 of MIGA production will earn 1 credit in terms of the Nassau Elite program. So again, when you put it all together, you can see for as little as $1 million in FIA production, you have the opportunity for qualify for compensation bonuses. On top of that, you will receive a dedicated and new business you will receive a dedicated new business and post-service case manager. And if you're one of our top 50 qualifiers, you and a guest will qualify for our Nassau Elite retreat. So let's reiterate that compensation opportunity. If you are a first-time qualifier as Nassau Elite, achieving 1 to 2 million in Nassau Elite credits, you will receive a 25 basis point bonus on FIA production, again, retro to $1, 8 basis point bonus on MYGA production retro to $1. In that 2 to 5 million range, 50 basis points FIA, 15 basis points MYGA, and 5+ million, you see that 75 basis points retro to $1 on FIA, 35 basis points for MYGA production. And as I mentioned, for every consecutive year you qualify, that's where we increase that upside opportunity to as much as 100 basis points FIA, 35 basis points multi-year guaranteed annuity. I want to take 60 seconds and quickly reiterate some of the things Marcus mentioned as it relates to operational opportunities, operational efficiencies. Allow you the time to do the things that ring your cash register, not chase down business. Marcus mentioned the partnership with Firelight. As he said, Nassau is on the Firelight platform. We have been sort of an innovator in the e-app process. We were doing e-application. We were north of 50% submissions well prior to COVID. We make roughly 80 to 90 changes to our e-app platform every single year based on feedback from advisors and individuals like Marcus at Insurance Agency Marketing. Not only that, we're going to pay you an additional 10 basis points in compensation for electing to submit your business through the e-app platform. But one of the items we recently launched, I say recently, we're now about 2 years in, is our Suitability Instant Decision Guarantee tool. Imagine being able to input about 5 to 8 minutes of information before you go into the e-app platform. You're going to input some client data, and if it's a transfer situation, you're going to input some data in terms of that transfer scenario. You hit submit. 72+% of applications using this platform receive a green light, an instantaneous green light, which means that case is approved. You know you're moving forward. We're through suitability. There's no going back, getting this initial, that signed, this letter of explanation, that letter of explanation. Your business is approved. You hit next, and we auto-populate that information you've already input into our e-app platform. For that roughly 25+% that don't receive that auto green light, doesn't mean the case is declined. Just means something didn't line up with our algorithm. You're going to have direct access to our suitability team. You call in, they already see all the information that you've input. You talk through your reason for recommendation. My suitability team, 9 times out of 10, is going to give you a code to move that case forward. So you see, very friendly as it relates to the suitability platform. We'll consider any case with up to a 9.9% net loss to the client. We look for them to have about 6 months of liquid assets to cover 6 months of expenses, and a very low suitability decline rate. So again, utilize these tools and resources to allow you to focus on the things that make you the money, that help you build relationships with your clients, not chasing down carriers, chasing down applications, utilizing the tools, efficiencies, and technologies that's there for you. Now let's begin the transition and start talking about the product platform. Marcus mentioned a robust overall portfolio. And when I think about the Nassau portfolio, I look at a product portfolio that when you think about the core fundamental areas of retirement planning, accumulation, income, critical care, legacy, Nassau has built a product to really maximize the benefits in each one of those core areas. So depending on what you're trying what risk you're trying to cover with a client, we've got a product that's going to be an industry leader in each one of those fields. We're going to start by talking our multi-year guaranteed annuity portfolio. So again, accumulation, but without that sort of touch point of an index. You can see we continue to offer a very strong portfolio on this front with a 4, 5, 6, and 7-year duration multi-year guaranteed annuity contract. Rates as high as 5.8% on our 7-year contract, and a couple variances. You see the 4 and 6-year contract have a built-in 5% withdrawal feature that's available to you, to your client, as soon as 30 days after issue. The 5 and 7-year contract, you have an RMD only liquidity option or 10% penalty free, which slightly reduces that rate. So again, you can really customize what type of plan you're looking at utilizing, or maybe you're looking at peeling out 5, 10, 15% of a sales situation. And instead of using the fixed account inside of an FIA, we're dropping that money into a MYGA to lock in that guaranteed rate for, again, 4 through 7 years. Let's start talking about the FIA portfolio. And I do want to launch on the next product we talk about, the newest contract inside our portfolio that's been out for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. But in order to talk about that product, I first want to highlight the Nassau Personal Income Annuity. This is the flagship top-selling product inside our portfolio, a product that we just a week and a half ago increased the payout factors on this contract by as much as 12%. So taking that already industry-leading guaranteed lifetime income and increasing it even more based on that payout factor increase. Very consumer-friendly contract, the ability to do joint payouts with both qualified and non-qualified assets, access to cash, 10% penalty-free as soon as 30 days after issue, or activation of that lifetime income rider as soon as 30 days after issue. When you think about how Nassau has been able to continually be a leader in the guaranteed lifetime income space, it's in our industry-leading benefit-based bonus and roll-up opportunities. For a client looking to transition to the distribution phase within the first 36 months after issue, you're going to elect our Income Today rider. With this rider, your client is going to receive an immediate 30% bonus to their income account. If they defer activating that rider 12 months, at the end of the first contract anniversary, we're going to add a 7.5% bonus on top of that 30%. And if we defer 24 months, we add another 7.5% bonus, giving your client a full guaranteed 45% bonus to their income account or benefit base. If their time horizon was a little bit longer, so we're thinking 4+ years, but that client is concerned about market volatility, protecting this asset because it needs to supplement Social Security. It needs to provide a lifetime income they can never outlive. This is where you elect the Income Tomorrow rider. We're going to forego that big upfront bonus to grow your client's benefit base at a guaranteed 14% simple per year. So again, think about the power there. I've got a client who has a bucket of assets. They're thinking of retiring in 5 years from today. They're concerned about everything going on in the markets, the volatility, the uncertainty in the world, and they need to ensure that this asset is there, providing as much of an income as possible. You can lock in the personal income annuity, Income Tomorrow strategy, and guarantee their income account grows at 14% simple per year. You want an easy, unique way to illustrate this? Take a look at our new check quoting tool. You can actually input your client's name, the premium amount, and the frequency that they'd like to receive that guaranteed lifetime income. We're going to produce a check with their name on it that shows exactly what they're going to get from Nassau. It's a great way to go back to maybe prospects or clients that didn't want to move forward, to drip market on other individuals. Use this as a tangible marketing piece that will show that client exactly how we're able to take a bucket of assets and translate that into an income stream that they can never outlive. So that's the first version of guaranteed lifetime income inside of Nassau. Straightforward, whether we're looking at a short term, or I don't want to say short term, but looking at activating income in the near future within 36 months, or the Tomorrow rider a little bit longer. Now let's talk about Nassau Income Accelerator. This is a product that was launched about 2 weeks ago. I want you to think about this product as a guaranteed lifetime income with the ability to front load that income. And we're going to talk through some positioning ideas and sales strategies here in a couple minutes. But let's quickly just talk about product basics. And you're going to see very similar to what you had with Nassau Personal Income Annuity. 0 to 80, up to $1 million without prior home office approval. Qualified, non-qualified assets, the ability to guaranteed lifetime income on both qualified and non-qualified assets. Access to cash, 10% penalty free as soon as 30 days after issue, or activation of the guaranteed lifetime income rider as soon as 30 days after issue. Where the differentiator comes into is in the rider structure. And the rider structure is the one item that you need to elect at issue. So you see under rider options, I want you to look at that second bullet point. We have income horizon early and income horizon later. Those are almost identical in terms of the payouts to what you have with Income Today and Income Tomorrow inside of Personal Income Annuity. To me, the real value with the Nassau Income Accelerator contract is this flex forward benefit. Now you can see under rider basics, regardless of which one of those three riders you elect at issue, the basics or the fundamentals behind work the same. Your client's going to get a 10% benefit-based bonus at issue. We're going to grow that benefit base at 10% simple each and every single year they defer before activating that income, all at a cost of only 95 basis points. So again, Flex Forward gives your client the opportunity to front load income for as little as 1 year out as far as 8 years. Income horizon early for a client who's transitioning to the distribution phase within the first 3 years. Income horizon later, a client with a little bit longer deferral. Now let's look at that Flex Forward rider in a little bit more detail. And as I mentioned, this will make a lot more sense to me when we talk about sales ideas, when we jump out to the website and do a couple illustrations. But know with that Flex Forward benefit, there are really two different cycles or two different time frames within this rider. As I mentioned, first and foremost is that Flex Forward option. Your client has the ability to front load or flex forward income for anywhere between 1 and 8 years. Following that flex forward period, we then lock into a guaranteed lifetime income stream. So again, if we're looking at maybe bridging to Social Security, paying off a large bill, a mortgage prior to going into retirement or in those earlier years, we can adjust this product to get a higher level of income up front through that Flex Forward benefit before we lock in the lifetime income. From a structural standpoint, the one thing I want to mention here is this Flex Forward option must be activated between the ages of 50 and 70. Now, if you activate it at 70, that doesn't mean that you only have that 1 year of Flex Forward opportunity. You can still flex forward for 8 years, but it must be turned on between 50 and 70. If it's not, then once you activate income, you're just locked into a flat income stream for life. So as you've heard me talk about it, I think the one sort of product positioning idea that might jump out to you up front is a Social Security bridge. We all know that what we potentially want to try and do is delay a couple years or up to 8 years the client activating Social Security. We can get them from receiving basically a 70% payout on their Social Security benefit all the way up to a 124% benefit. The longer we can allow them to defer, the more we're going to be able to access from a payout perspective. And the Nassau Income Accelerator is going to be the perfect product to help that client take what would be a $16,900 Social Security payout all the way up to potentially $26,000+ by using that front load or flex forward of income opportunity. So let's look at a quick case study. And again, we're going to talk more in detail when we jump out to the website at the end of the presentation. But let's say you came across a client age 57. You're sitting down having a conversation with them, and they're letting you know at the end of the day, their ultimate goal is to turn on Social Security and retire at age 62. You jump out to the Social Security website, run some numbers, and you can see at age 62, this client is going to have roughly $22,300 in benefit through Social Security. But your mind knowing the Nassau Income Accelerator contract, what we're going to try and do is replace that income. So we're going to back into it, and we can see if we took a $194,000 premium, we drop it into the Nassau Income Accelerator, defer for 5 years, so from 57 to 62, and at age 62, we activate that rider, and we flex forward max income for 8 years. The Nassau Income Accelerator is going to pay your client $22,452 through the flex forward benefit. After that 8-year forward, you see we drop down the lifetime income to $15,448. But by delaying Social Security 8 years, we now have roughly $40,000 in benefit through Social Security. So at age 70 to 78, those go-go years of retirement or those earlier years of retirement, your client has roughly $55,000 in benefit. A great opportunity to, again, really maximize that overall income. And we can obviously illustrate this a couple different ways, but I think you're going to see when we get to the illustration software really does the best in positioning that. We're continuing to work with third parties out there. We've built a relationship with a company called LifeYield. we're working on illustration software that's going to mirror in with our product and allow you to really run an illustration that shows you where the maximization point is. So be on the lookout for that to come in the future. But we're also creating white papers, podcasts, third-party articles that will allow you to continue to educate yourself or let your client go out there and educate themselves in terms of different Social Security timing, timeframes, and all the like. So now let's quickly think about product positioning. I mentioned the Social Security bridge or pension bridge as being sort of the frontmost sort of feature or design idea behind the Nassau Income Accelerator. I talked a little bit about maybe a client wanting to retire at 62, but saying, hey, I've got a few years left on the mortgage. I've got a major expense. I need to pay that off first. Well, what if we can keep them on track for retirement by flexing forward that benefit for 2-3 years to pay off that bill, and then at that later age, we lock in that lifetime income? Or a client who's looking at doing a 5-pay life insurance policy to have a legacy pass on tax-free. What if we flex forward a benefit for 5 years to help offset the cost of that life policy while still having a guaranteed lifetime income once we get through that 5-pay period? Income flexibility, laddering type strategies. I'm having a lot of producers that are using the Nassau Income Accelerator up front and then utilizing our personal protection choice, which we'll highlight here in a minute, that will enhance income if their client were to go into a nursing home or need in-home care, and really allowing that benefit to grow over time. So a lot of different ways that you can really leverage and position this contract in terms of sitting down with that client and putting together that customized retirement plan for any individual. Now, I mentioned personal protection choice, and I want to talk about this product as well, because I think this is a great laddering strategy to use with Nassau Income Accelerator. Structurally, again, this product almost identical to what you had with personal income annuity. Income today, income tomorrow, up to 45% bonus, 14% roll-up. The income payouts are slightly reduced with this product versus personal income annuity. So you're going to get a little bit more in guaranteed lifetime income with personal income annuity. But for that slightly reduced income, with the personal protection choice, you have the opportunity to attach our care protection rider, a benefit that's going to enhance the income your client is receiving from Nassau by up to 250% if they were to go into a nursing home, by up to 175% if they're not able to fill 2 of 6 ADLs and need in-home care. But when I think about product differentiators, one of the biggest strengths or separations, differentiators, if you will, with this product over other care benefits in the industry is that the Nassau Care Protection Benefit will pay your client this enhanced benefit for up to 5 years as long as they continue to qualify, even if the account value is depleted to 0. Think about that and think about the impact and power that has. Marcus and I have done a couple series where we really call the average care benefit in the industry smoke and mirrors. Because if you're a client who's been paying for this benefit, but you've been taking income for 10, 15, 20 years, chances are at time of your need of this enhanced income, say 78, 80, 85, there's very minimal, if any, value left on the account side. So the average care benefit, which will not enhance if AV equals 0, isn't going to do anything for that client. With the Nassau Personal Protection Choice, even if account value is depleted to 0, your client's getting that 250% or 175% enhancement for up to 5 years. In addition to that, in a joint payout, this benefit will cover both individuals for a maximum of 5 years. So it has the ability to start and stop. Last but not least, you have our family protection rider, our lump sum death benefit. So we've got legacy protection inside of this. And what we're going to do here is we're going to grow your client's family protection or death benefit at a guaranteed 10% simple through age 70, 5% simple age 71 to 85. Now again, think about what we were talking about a split concept. If we take a portion of assets, you've got a client that's in retirement or nearing retirement, and maybe they've got $400,000. If we put $250,000 into Nassau Income Accelerator, and we front load flex forward income for that 8-year period, We take that remaining $150,000, $200,000. We drop it into the Nassau Personal Protection Choice. We elect the Income Tomorrow rider. So we're going to grow your client's income account at a guaranteed 14% simple per year for hopefully 8, 9, 10 years, unless the client had a need to turn on that rider earlier. We're also maximizing that critical care payout because that enhancement is based off of the guaranteed lifetime income. Not only that, you're allowing this family protection rider to continue to grow and build at that 10 or 5% roll up depending on the client's age. So we're really leveraging both products to put together a customized illustration to meet their needs. And it's a very straightforward, easy product to illustrate. You're going to have all these great benefits and guarantees side by side on a one-page illustration. Let's take it a step further. Those two products are really focused on the guarantees. What if we were looking at accumulation for a portion of the assets? And we can do that with an FIA contract focused on growth. Maybe you have assets under management through an RIA, IAR. Hey, we can again front load some of the income into the Nassau Income Accelerator. Meet an income need that that client has. Take those remaining assets and be a little bit more aggressive with them. That's where the Nassau Growth Annuity comes into play. You can see a little slightly older issue age up to age 85, qualified, non-qualified sales, access to cash, 10% penalty free as soon as 30 days after issue, fee and no fee crediting strategies. But the real strength of this contract is in the crediting rates available to you and your client. Nassau is maintaining, staying the course in terms of where our crediting rates are. You can see the Nassau Growth Annuity has a 1-year S&P cap, currently sitting at 12.25%. There's no fee for that 12.25. There's no par rate. You're just getting up to 12.25%, the first 12.25% growth inside of the S&P. A strong, no fee 1-year S&P par rate of 53%. The ability to diversify between NASDAQ 100 and our volatility control smart passage index. With the Nassau Growth Annuity, you really have, with the strength of the crediting rates, the opportunity to try and go out there and maximize that upside opportunity in a principal protected environment. We also offer a 7-year contract duration of Nassau Growth Annuity. And with both the 7 and 10-year contract, you and the client have the ability to reallocate on contract anniversaries. So the opportunity to really pick and choose how we want to allocate those funds based on the market environment that we're in during those days. Maybe you've got a client that's looking for accumulation, but they've had a little bit of market loss. They have surrender penalty, market value adjustment, and you want to help them overcome that before they look at repositioning that asset. This is where the Nassau Bonus Annuity comes into play. Again, structurally, very similar to what you saw with Growth Annuity. The differentiator, though, is the fact that issue age is 0 to 80. The bonus annuity is going to pay your client a 10% account value or premium bonus. Issue age is 81 to 85, a 7% premium bonus. For that premium bonus, yes, crediting rates are slightly reduced. So where you saw a 12.25 cap on our growth annuity, you see a very strong 10% 1-year S&P cap on bonus annuity. Great crediting diversification opportunities, again, between NASDAQ, S&P 500, unmanaged, no vol control, as well as our volatility control smart passage index, which carries a 16.5% volatility target. A lot of opportunities, a lot of flexibility to, again, customize that plan overall. So when you think about the Nassau portfolio, Marcus mentioned up front, he used the word sort of a robust portfolio. Whether you're looking at principal protected growth, guaranteed lifetime income, critical care protection, or legacy protection, you've got a product inside the Nassau portfolio that's going to work, that's going to maximize that asset for your client or your prospect. A lot of different ways that you can ladder strategies, you can blend strategies, sell multiple products to hit on a couple different areas while maximizing the benefit in each one of those given contracts. So as I mentioned, before I kick it back to Marcus to close things out, to talk through maybe any questions that anybody might have, what I want to do is quickly jump out to the Nassau website. I think when you're out here, you're going to get an idea of the different sort of flexibility and options that you have with the Nassau Income Accelerator contract. So bear with me a second as I jump in here. I'm going to log in to get out to the website so you can see this product in motion. Pretty straightforward, easy to do. When you're out at our main website, under the quote tab, you're going to Annuity Quotes and Illustrations. From here, you have a couple different options. You obviously see we can illustrate our MIGAs. We talk through those rates. The fixed index annuities, this is going to allow you to allow you to really run illustrations, focus more on accumulation. The GMWB is looking at the guaranteed side of our portfolio. So let's look at a couple, again, different concepts or different ideas. And again, I think this will help you get a better idea of what we're trying to accomplish with this contract. I'm just going to use the initial example that we talked about. This 57-year-old client. We're going to use the Nassau Income Accelerator. And we're just going to say that this client has $250,000 premium. So we put in the basics, the parameters up front. Now what we're trying to do is work with this client to be able to defer or delay activating Social Security. So 57, we know that we're going to do a 5-year deferral to get them to age 62 on this asset. And then let's just say we're going to try and flex forward for 3 years or until we get this client to age 65. Now, the great thing is the software will do the illustration or do the math for you. It's going to show you what your minimum and maximum flex forward is available. Obviously, the more that you take up front in terms of that flex forward or front loading of income, the lower that lifetime income amount is going to be. But so what we're going to try and do and accomplish with this client is let's just say we're going to lock in, let's just do $32,500. We're going to do, again, that flex forward for those first 3 years at age 62, so 62 to 65. So we're giving this client that $32,505, 62, 63, 64. At age 65, now we turn on Social Security and we lock in our guaranteed lifetime income benefit that comes in at $22,069. Social Security bridge, great opportunity that's there. Here's another scenario. Let's say we have a 64-year-old client. They were thinking, we'll keep it at $250,000 in premium. They're thinking at age 68, they're going to retire. So we're going to defer 4 years to get us to 68. Now, what this client wants to do is get or front load income for as long as they can, for as much as they can, so they can get as much income during their sort of active or, again, as we'll use, those go-go years of retirement. So we're going to look at this flex forward benefit and we're going to run it for a full 8 years. And in this scenario, you can see it's going to read out because now you can see our maximum that we're able to get is this $26,796. So we run the illustration and you can see we're getting this $26,796 for 8 years. And then after that full 8-year flex forward, we lock in our guaranteed lifetime income, which is now going to generate $23,500 in lifetime income for your client. So I don't, again, and I guess what I'm trying to illustrate here is I don't want you to necessarily think, hey, this is a product that can solely be used to help my client defer or delay taking Social Security. There's so many different ways that you can really leverage the strength of this contract to help that client sort of flex forward or meet the retirement goals and plans that they have throughout their retirement days. So Marcus, I'm going to pause there. I know that's a ton of information over this, roughly 40 minutes or so that I've been talking. But again, before I run into it, I want to thank you for the opportunity to launch this product, for your partnership and your promotion of this. Obviously appreciate everything that you do to continue to share the Nassau story. I'll kick it back to you for any questions, comments that you might have here this afternoon.
I got a couple of questions. How about state approvals? I got a couple of questions around that with the different products. You want to touch on that, Jake?
Yeah, so great question. So as I mentioned, Nassau Income Accelerator was just launched about 2 weeks ago. I believe right now we are live in 46 states, New York, Maine. I feel like there's another state that's in there, but most of our state approval is we're very strong in terms of overall state approval. And actually, if you jumped out to our website, if you wanted to, we've got the state availability here. I can actually run it down and you'll see income accelerators on the left-hand side of the screen. We're currently Hawaii, Maryland, Maine, and New York are the 4 states that we do not have approval on this contract. We're available everywhere else. That's pretty typical for most of our products. The one thing I will say, and I know Marcus, this is one that we always talk about, our personal protection choice contract that had the income, care, family protection, death benefit rider. That product is approved in the state of California. It's approved in the state of Maryland. But those 2 states have not approved our care benefit. So you have income, you have lump sum death benefit, you just do not currently have that care enhancement available to you. Does that answer that question?
Yeah, it does. And I have a question out here. They said there's a couple of questions out here about Firelight, and they're not real tech savvy and kind of old fashioned. Do they have to use Firelight, or can they still use the old paper app?
No, with our MIGA or multi-year guaranteed annuity contract, that is e-app only. For any one of the FIA contracts, you can use paper app, you can use Firelight. Just remember that when you use the e-app platform, you're going to get an additional 10 basis points in compensation for that. But again, no restrictions or requirements at this point in time.
Okay. All right. It looks like that might be about it. Yeah, I would just say keep in mind, the Nassau portfolio is pretty flexible on the growth annuity. I know we didn't really touch too much on the growth annuity today, but we can touch maybe further on that next Nassau webinar we have. But from an overall standpoint with the free withdrawals from the income, I ran 6 different Nassau quotes this morning for other individuals, and the personal income annuity actually did come out number 1 above all other income plays in the industry today. So if you do have a client in mind or a situation in mind, please let me know. I would be more than happy to put together a quote for you after the webinar today, but I don't show any other questions at this point in time. I will throw out there a poll here. If you want further information on Nassau or want to take a look at the contracting for Nassau, please let me know on the poll question here. Anything else you want to add, Jake, at this point in time?
No, I think, Marcus, that was a lot of information. Like I say, again, I'm excited. The feedback that we've been getting on this new product has been extremely positive and has been extremely strong. Just remember, if it's something that you want to take a little time to get your arms around, as Marcus mentioned, personal income annuity is still an industry leader in guaranteed lifetime income. It's straightforward, lock in that income for life. So you can really utilize both of those products to meet the same objective. So again, I can't thank you enough, and really excited about the year ahead of us.
Yeah, and I would say if you do have a question on the new product, please let me know. I'll be able to run through whatever quotes you want to take a look at. It is a great new solution and very flexible on the income gap. I know several different advisors across the board do come across the pension gap or Social Security gap and trying to bridge that gap for their clients. So if there's anything I can do or anything we can do from a customization standpoint here at Insurance Agency Marketing to help you with those clients, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you out. But Jake, I do appreciate the partnership with NASA. I do appreciate you taking time out this morning. I don't show any other questions this morning, so at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.